Hello, my name is Clayton Draper, and my project is about phones and technology. What is an addiction? According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, an addiction is a compulsive, chronic, and psychological need for a habit-forming substance, behavior, or activity having harmful physical, psychological, or social effects and typically causing well-defined symptoms upon withdrawal or abstinence. Phones and technology surround us on a daily basis and are great means of communication. It can create amazing careers and relationships, but at what cost? Let's start with relationships. There are a lot of people in the world, over 7 billion people to be exact. To think that the one for you is just 20 miles down the road is ridiculous. That would be like winning the lottery, meaning your chances are slim to none. Lucky for me, mine is only 57 miles away. People in modern day are more likely to move on to someone else when something goes wrong in the relationship because your phone gives you the simplicity of swiping right. We rely on our devices and it has become a real problem. Here's a question you might ponder. When you are on a date, where is your phone? Is it in your pocket, purse, or lap? On my first date with my current girlfriend, I kept my phone in my pocket but focused solely on her. Now, every time we are on a date, we leave our phones in the car to avoid temptation to look at our phones. We might miss the amazing opportunities in life when we keep our heads down in the digital world of status and how many likes you received on a selfie. I used to make YouTube videos, and it was very interesting and fun. You can create what you want and show the world, yet it was only a hobby, and I wanted to make it into a career. After seeing so many famous people on YouTube take a break because the huge toll it takes shows their hobby and their dream is no longer just a hobby, it's a job. Yet the viewer just stops watching them and moves on to the next creator because of the visible hand at play, keeping you on that website and on your phone to collect currency from your time. The etiology of phones and technology, and including phone addiction, is that we become less social physically and more antisocial. This is a huge factor on the effects of society. Job interviews are a good example. If you don't know how to communicate verbally, then you have a very small chance of getting that job. Small talk is a skill that everyone needs, and I have worked on it, and I'm still working on it. I used to be super awkward when trying to make small talk. Now I'm just awkward. Beauty has almost been twisted by the media and technology. Much has been made over the years about how mainstream media presents unrealistic beauty standards in the form of photoshopped celebrities or stick-thin fashion models. Now that influencers fill up our feeds, it's easy to imagine that social media too is all bad when it comes to body image. Phones and technology have their problems and addictions, but there is a solution to all of it. I would like all of you to take a day to be with family or friends and have your phones shut off. Keep them either in your pocket or in a designated car. Find a weekend to do this with no school or work and to just simply go to a park and camp. You don't have to camp, but this is probably the best way to go about solving this problem. If you have your phone in a designated vehicle, your first symptoms or actions would be tapping your pocket or wherever you typically keep your phone. You start to think more about what you and your friends are doing rather than others around the world. That is how memories are made. Yes, you can record them, but you likely forget it until your phone reminds you annually with the flashback of that time you were there. I think I was raised right and was introduced to technology at a reasonable rate. My parents didn't shove a tablet into my arms to distract me, or rather use that as my babysitter. If we don't act on this problem, then it's just going to get worse. Hello, we're at the Mount Vernon Park and we're going to survey some couple people, and we're going to keep our distance as a protocol for being safe, and hope you enjoy. How many hours would you say that you are on your phone a day?
A day? Probably at least an hour.
Alright. Do you want to be on it less, or do you think it's fine?
Probably a little less.
All right. How many hours would you say that you are on your phone for a day?
Anywhere from 1 to 2.
Okay. And then, do you want to be on it less, or do you think it's fine? And do you think you're addicted to it?
No, I'm good. I'm not addicted.
Well,
with these two, you can't be.
Oh yeah. How many hours do you think you guys are on it?
Be honest.
Like 1 to 12, 9.
Okay.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
How many hours do you think all you are on the phone each day? Like, how many hours?
Each day, or just I'd say maybe an hour and a half to 2.
Or total?
Like total all day.
Say about 8.
Okay.
I'd say probably about an hour and a half to 2.
Okay.
About 3.
Okay. And do you think you want to be less on the device, or do you think it's fine?
I think I'm pretty fine where I'm at.
Okay. And do you think you're addicted to your phone?
Definitely.
Okay, I got one definite.
I ain't got time to be addicted to my phone.
Yeah.
All I got is time, man.
I gotta hold all the wires.
Ready?
What? 1 second. Why are you so far? I have to be recorded holding this stick.
Yep.
Like, this is actually gonna be a thing.
How many hours?
Aww! I'm ready.
How many hours would you say you're on your phone each day?
Maybe like 3. Like, spread out. Maybe more
Do you
on the
think you want
weekends.
to be on it less or more?
Less.
And do you think you're addicted to it?
Heck no.
Would you like to do a survey for a class project?
College or high school?
College.
Is it very long?
No, I only have 3 questions.
Sure. What's it about?
It's about phones and technology.
Oh my gosh, phone.
How many hours would you say that you're on your phone each day?
7.
Okay. Do you think you want to be less on the device, or you think it's fine?
Less.
And do you think you're addicted to it?
More than likely.
Reverting back to relationships, small talk and confidence. I would have a very small chance of creating an amazing relationship with my girlfriend. If I didn't know how to socialize with my family beforehand, I met Sarah through my cousins, and she even said that if I just started talking to her without her gaining knowledge on who I am from talking to my cousins in person, she would have probably never given me a chance. But now we go camping, bike riding, resell, and so much more. By doing those practices at a very young age and start back up on those small talks with people, getting to know someone will pay off, and you can take that to the bank. Here is a short movie. The title of it is Cell Phone Addiction, and it's an animated short film, and what it is showing what our society has become. We're just out of reality. We like things and think it's hilarious, but we don't really show any emotion to it. And then there's a certain part in the video that they're behind cells and the bars, like in a jail cell, and it's representing that we're trapped there. And there's another scene in the video with Pikachu, and they're in a junkyard, and they're just trying to, and it's showing how our real world is suffering, and we are just ignoring it while just using these devices, and we're just stuck in it. And if we just keep on going down this path, it's getting worse, and we're not doing anything to it because we're learning just to ignore it with this device, having something to comfort us. I'll let you watch the rest. Thank you all for watching. This has been such a fun time making this video and showing that there is almost always a solution.